Maya was not crying when she entered the therapist's office. She was smiling. She sat down and said, "I'm fine, I just need to stop overreacting." But her body told a different story. Her shoulders were raised, her jaw was tight, her breathing stayed high in her chest, her fingers pressed into her palm as if she were holding herself together by force. The therapist did not ask, "What is wrong with you?" She asked something quieter. "What do you notice in your body right now?" Maya laughed nervously. "I don't know. I'm just stressed." The therapist nodded. "Good. Then let's not start with the story. Let's start with the signal." That is the heart of somatic therapy. It treats the body as evidence. In 2024, Dilara Uzel, working in group psychotherapy and somatic experiencing, published a study in Group Analysis. Her 8-week somatic experiencing-based group counseling study found significant effects for reducing stress and improving coping strategies. The evidence does not say, somatic therapy magically deletes stress. It says something more practical. When people learn to notice bodily signals, regulate arousal, and feel supported, their coping can improve. Welcome to this deep dive on managing stress with somatic therapy. Stress is not only mental, it is physical. It is breath, muscle tension, heartbeat, posture, alertness. Sometimes the better question is not, "Why am I thinking like this?" Sometimes the better question is, "What is my body trying to protect me from?" Imagine Thomas. He works in finance. Every day begins with deadlines, client pressure, and competition. He tells everyone he is managing. But at night he cannot sleep. His mind says, "The day is over." His body says, "Stay ready." His chest feels tight. His stomach feels guarded. His legs feel restless. He tells himself, "Relax, you are fine." But the body does not respond to slogans. The body responds to safety. In 2021, Sophie Rosendahl, Heribert Sattel, and Klaas Lahmann, researchers in psychosomatic medicine and psychotherapy, published a systematic review and meta-analysis in Frontiers in Psychiatry. They found moderate effects of body psychotherapy on psychological distress, while warning that larger studies were needed. Body-based therapy is promising. It is not a miracle cure. Now return to Maya. The therapist notices her hands gripping the chair. She gently asks, "What happens if you loosen the grip by 10%? Maya loosens her fingers. Her breathing drops lower. "I feel my feet again," she says. That tiny moment matters. She has moved from being swallowed by stress to observing it. Somatic therapy is not proven for everything. Do not sell it as a universal solution, but do not ignore it either. If stress is partly stored as muscle tension, disrupted breathing, and bodily alarm, then a practice that includes the body is logical. Now meet Amina. She is not in therapy. After a long day, she feels the familiar wave: tight chest, fast thoughts, pressure behind the eyes. Her usual reaction is to scroll until the feeling passes. But tonight she asks, "Where is this feeling in my body?" She places one hand on the table. She places both feet on the floor. She looks around and names 5 ordinary things: lamp, window, cup, notebook. Then she breathes out slowly, not dramatically, just slowly. In 2022, Sylvain Laborde and colleagues working in psychophysiology and performance psychology published a review in Neuroscience and Biobehavioral Reviews. They found that slow breathing increased vagally mediated heart rate variability. Amina then asks, "What muscle is working too hard right now?" "My shoulders." She lifts them slightly as she inhales, then she releases them as she exhales. In 2024, Siazwina Muhammad Kir and colleagues working in mental health intervention research published a review in Psychology Research and Behavior Management. They found that muscle relaxation reduced stress, anxiety, and depression in adults. This teaches the nervous system contrast: tension, release, tension, release. Now imagine Daniel. At night, when the room becomes quiet, his body becomes loud. Heartbeat, tight throat, buzzing legs. So he tries a guided body scan. At first, it does not relax him. It makes him more aware. In 2019, John Gibson, working in psychology and contemplative science, published a review in Frontiers in Psychology. He explained that body scan and breath meditation can train attention toward body signals. So the practice is not, "I must feel calm." The practice is, "I can notice this sensation without panicking." Here is a simple routine. Look around and name 5 ordinary things. Place both feet on the floor. Inhale gently and exhale slightly longer for 1 minute. Choose one muscle group: jaw, shoulders, hands, stomach, feet. Tense it for 3 seconds, then release. Then ask, "What does my body need next?" Water, movement, silence, sleep, a boundary, a therapist, a friend. Your body is not betraying you. Your body is trying to protect you. But sometimes the protection becomes the prison. The danger is not here. The memory is not the moment. The email is not a tiger. When the body feels safer, the mind has space to think, to feel, to rest, and to heal. So the next time stress takes over your chest, your jaw, your stomach, your breath, or your shoulders, do not rush to shame yourself. Do not say, "Why am I like this?" Say, "My body is sending a signal." Then listen carefully. Look around the room. Feel your feet. Slow the exhale. Release one muscle group. Ask what your body needs next. This is not weakness. This is nervous system literacy. It is the skill of reading your body before the pressure becomes panic. Somatic therapy reminds us that healing is not only a conversation with the mind. Sometimes, healing begins with the breath you finally notice, the shoulder you finally release, the floor you finally feel beneath your feet, and the quiet realization that you are here, now, and safe enough to begin again. If this helped you understand stress differently, subscribe for more psychology, nervous system, and mind-body deep dives. And in the comments, write one word that describes where stress shows up in your body: chest, jaw, shoulders, stomach, back, breath. I will see you in the next Mind Shot.